Okay, I accomplished what I said I was going to do today. Mailing off the documents in the 6 cases, federal cases in D.C. to the Solicitor General. I want some answers. I've asked him to reaffirm that since no court will answer whether the corporation, they're clearly identified under the U.S. Code as USA is a foreign corporation. Solicitor General is the attorney for the foreign corporation. I want to know, I want some responses. Even yesterday, the clerks of the court refused to take 2 of the filings, which is a violation of their oath of office. And it's just a giant conspiracy against the legal and civil rights of all of our citizens. So, all I can do is keep making a record with these videos and posting them at George for Justice on YouTube. And pray to God that there's at least one person in this country who will stand up and admit that our country has been overtaken by corporate America, which was not the intentions of our founding fathers, and we were never intended to be a corporation. They actually, Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and others, said it was offensive. Corporations are offensive and not in the best interest of our nation, state. But now everything in the government of the United States is a corporation, with Donald John Trump as the CEO of that corporation, currently, who has wasted trillions of dollars on his other corporate billionaires at the expense of the taxpayers of this nation. But yet, since all the Department of Justice and personnel belong to the Bar Association, all the judges belong to the Bar Association, all the U.S. attorneys belong to the Bar Association, all the public defenders belong to the Bar Association. They're no more than just a monopoly of corporate insiders doing everything they can to obliterate our Constitution and rule of law. So, all you can do, folks, is do what you can do. You have to stand up. You have to make yourself known. You have to make a record. I've made a record. I've sent it to the Solicitor General. All these judgments, orders, and decrees I've received for 32 years with unsigned orders and unsigned opinions and unsigned judgments that the court has never sanctioned me for anything in 32 years. They never penalized me, but yet they sold me into slavery in 1945 to be part of the alleged national debt of the corporation by making my parents assign me a Social Security number, which is against the Constitution and the rule of law. So I don't like having to be part of this. In 1968 or 1980 rather, we only had $2 trillion in alleged national debt. Now we have $40 trillion, and there's no accountability whatsoever for anything. So what do? We either stand up and fight and say we're not going to tolerate this. We need accounting. You know, every time the president flies down to his golf courses or to one of his various residences, it costs the taxpayers $200,000 to $250,000 at minimum. That's not. If that's not corporate fraud, there will be no such thing as corporate fraud. So, I've done what I can to expose the corruption in the company. I've asked for, filed whistleblowers' actions against the government to report trillions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse. And yet, the corporations, lawyers, and insiders will never answer any document, any request. They'll never answer any court filings. Everything is secret. And I'm sick and tired of seeing my fellow Americans have their homes taken, their businesses taken, being penalized for insignificant things when the CEO of the corporation and his board of directors rape, rob, and pillage our nation's economy. George McDermott signing off on the 8th day of August 2026. God bless everyone and have a great day.